What stops you from helping every person in this room that's struggling right now, that can't pay a bill, had to miss out on work? How do you help them? What do you do? Because you got a private jet, but I had to take off from work today, and I'm struggling. I got bills, man. And I'm not begging for money, but I'm saying, what stops you from being able to go and help us and change our lives? Because
let me give you 100 while we're here, right?
So today's video is about 20 people confronting billionaire John Morgan. I haven't watched the entire video yet, but I wanted to react to this clip that is part of the video. It is about integrity, so let's just jump right into it.
I'm John Morgan, the founder of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And according to Forbes, I'm a billionaire. Ask me anything.
So today, I think we've all sat here and we've heard you talk about your jet and Maui and your 3 homes and the money that sits in your account that you don't care to touch. I think we all have experienced at some point in time that moment that you talked about as a kid, sitting there hoping and praying that somebody would help you. So I guess my question that you didn't really answer, you just told me how much you have. What stops you from helping every person in this room that's struggling right now, that can't pay a bill, had to miss out on work? How do you help them? What do you do? Because you got a private jet, but I had to take off from work today, and I'm struggling. I got bills, man. And I'm not begging for money, but I'm saying, what stops you from being able to go and help us and change our lives? Because
let me give you 100 while we're here, right?
Whoa. Listen, the hardest lesson to learn in this life is that no one is coming to save you. Frederick, my brother, if you ever come across my video, I just want you to know that I understand your struggle. I understand your pain. Brother, but you are a man. It's okay to want an opportunity so that you can prove yourself. But asking for a handout? Nah, brother.
thank you.
Don't buy marijuana.
No, I don't smoke, I
At the
don't
middle
drink.
school.
No, man.
And he took it. Frederick, everyone is laughing at you. Some people might say it's easy for me to sit there and say what I'm saying, that I do not understand the struggle that Frederick is going through. That's fair. Perhaps I do not understand the pain that Frederick is going through. That's fair to say. But when that billionaire John Morgan gave him that $100, he told him not to buy weed. And everyone was laughing. Ladies and gentlemen, that is more painful than the struggle that Frederick is going through. Because in his heart, he knew he sold his dignity for $100. He couldn't say anything after that. That is painful. The saddest truth about life is that if you act like a beggar, people will treat you like one. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, it's okay to ask for an opportunity for you to prove yourself, but it is not okay to beg. Under any circumstances, it is not okay for you to beg, because people will treat you like a beggar.
Nothing stops me. Listen, here's how I look at it. I went to a religious retreat one time under duress. It was called a Crescio. And I thought it was going to be a bunch of bullshit, and it was basically a bunch of bullshit. But at the very end, it all came down to one thing that I took from that meeting. And here's what I took. I can't change the whole world. I would love to be able to. But the phrase that I took from that Crescio weekend was, bloom where you're planted. What does that mean? That means I can't solve hardly anything. But every once in a while, I'll get a God whisper, somebody asking. Then I think back to that Crescio, and it's like, bloom where you're planted. And I feel like at this moment, that's what I'm being asked to do.
I understand what billionaire John Morgan is trying to say. He's trying to say that if you have any skill or any talent, for example, singing, dancing, even public speaking, then you should work on it. For example, I am not good at many things. Truth to be told, I'm not good at dancing, I'm not good at singing, I'm not even good at football. But the one thing that I'm even manageable at, that you probably help me to view my channel, is that I am a little bit good at content creating, okay? And that is something that I focus on my craft. I try to work on it. I try to become better at it. And that's exactly what he's saying. If you have a skill, it is better to work on your skill than to be a beggar. And maybe one day someone might give you an opportunity to show your skill to the world. That's it. But to beg is not the way.
And I can only do so much. I'm trying to manage my money so that at the end of it all, it can have the greatest bang for its buck.
You know, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not sure if there's anything that would have been a perfect answer, just because he's really good at talking to you and he's a likable guy. And he's soft in the eyes, so it's easy for him to get you on his side. So I don't know if there's anything he could have said that would have completely changed my mind. But I think showing your actions, he handed me $100, but there were people in the room had told their stories throughout the day. And with a wad of cash in your hand, you could shut me up, but he could have given it to everybody. He could have shown in that moment that he has the power to change your life, and he could try to change your life. Even if it's a small amount, it's better than nothing. And he didn't really do that.
Frederick, no one is coming to change your life. Billionaire John Morgan is not coming to change your life. The only person that can change your life is you. The priorities of billionaire John Morgan is about his family and his legacy. And you and I are not part of it. We're not related to him. And even the people that are related to him, they are not even in his plan. It's only his family members. And that's the thing I'm trying to make you understand, is that you got to push yourself forward. There are many things you can do to improve your life. Number one, you shouldn't leave your job just to come to Jubilee. That wasn't good. That was dumb. Truth to be told, it was great content because you're giving me content, but it is dumb. It is better for you to stay at your job. And if you're not getting paid enough there, you should find a second job. You shouldn't quit your job. You should find a second job and add it so that you have two jobs, so that you have two sources of income. You got to walk yourself a little bit to death. You're still young. Walk yourself a little bit. Save your money. Invest your money. That is something that you could do. That's something that you could obtain.
One of the takeaways I took is there was a quiet desperation, a little bit of a worry about the future, and a little resentment about people who have money.
So I think billionaires are inherently parasitical to society as a whole. No matter how they accumulated that wealth, they're always going to be profiting off of the backs of people who are doing the work. In his case, he's the better of evil system in general. While he is helping injured people get the settlement that they feel they deserve, he is still profiting off of advocating for that injury.
I'm of the volition that there's nothing wrong with billionaires. I am a rabid capitalist, and I know John talked about that a lot, but that is who I am. That is my background. I think that if you have a financial wealth, yes, you should definitely do good things with it, and you need to help the people around you. That's just moral code. But I don't believe that billionaires are inherently bad, or they're out to prove world domination or something of the sort like that.
I want to end the video with this. It is not okay for you to be a weak loser. It's not okay. And the reason it's not okay is because you could be way more than that. And it's a crime, an ethical crime for you to allow your potential to go to waste. It hurts you, it hurts your family, it hurts the world. Really, really, it does. That's the only thing I will give you people. Anyways, if you like the video, like, share, and subscribe, and I'm out.
Liberté of United Kingdom, ya Janet Eta Eno of Sweden. Baba yo